I'm honestly furious right now. Florida just removed the rainbow crosswalk at the Pulse Nightclub Memorial in Orlando, the very site where 49 innocent LGBTQ plus lives were taken. And Governor Ron DeSantis' response? That streets shouldn't be political. That's what he said. If that doesn't make your blood boil already, keep listening. So here's what happened. Just days ago, the city of Orlando painted over the rainbow crosswalk at the site of the Pulse shooting memorial. This was a tribute, a symbol of remembrance and love for the victims, their families, and the LGBTQ plus community. And of course, Governor DeSantis doubled down on the decision, saying, "We're not in the business of making streets political." Think about that. Honoring 49 LGBTQ plus people is now being dismissed as a political statement. This is coming from Florida, the same state that has no issue naming streets after politicians, naming streets after Confederate generals, people who fought on the side of enslaving other human beings. The hypocrisy here is staggering. Now, I may not look like it, but I'm dressed for memorial service right now myself. And I know this won't sound connected, but hear me out, because to a degree, you're right. But that's the point. See, as soon as I'm done editing this video, I'm joining 45,000 other folks in remembering Brewers radio broadcaster Bob Uecker, who passed away at the age of 90 back in January. They're holding a special memorial ceremony for him before today's game, and millions more will be watching because it's being broadcast live on TV. But you see, that's what's been hitting me so hard about this. Why is it that 45,000 people can gather to honor one man who lived a long, full life of 90? And he absolutely deserves that love and respect, by the way. But 49 innocent souls, taken far too young in a space where they were looking for love and belonging, aren't even allowed a painted crosswalk to remember them. I have always believed in honoring the lives that we've lost. But what Florida is doing feels like erasing history. Pulse wasn't just a tragedy. It shook not only Florida, but the entire world. That rainbow crosswalk wasn't just paint on pavement. It was a symbol of love, resilience, and a reminder of 49 people who mattered. Stripping it away isn't neutral. It's an intentional message. It's saying your grief, your story, your community, we'd rather keep you quiet. When we remove those symbols, when we stop telling their stories, we risk letting that hate win. And I can't sit with that. And I refuse to let their names be erased. These are the 49 people we should be saying out loud every single time we talk about Pulse. Edward Sotomayor Jr., Stanley Almodovar III, Luis Omar Ocasio Capo, Juan Ramon Guerrero, Luis S. Vielma, Eric Ivan Ortiz Rivera, Peter O. Gonzalez Cruz, Kimberly Morris, Eddie Jamoldroy Justice, Daryl Roman Burt II, Dianca Deirdre Drayton, Alejandro Barrios Martinez, Anthony Luis Lariano Disla, Giancarlos Mendez Perez, Frankie Jimmy De Jesus Velasquez, Amanda Alviar, Martin Benitez Torres, Luis Daniel Wilson Leon, Mercedes Marisol Flores, Xavier Emmanuel Serrano Rosado, Enrique Rios, Berto Ramon Silva Menendez, Simone Adrian Carrillo Fernandez, Oscar A. Aracena Montero, Miguel Ángel Aranato, Javier Jorge Reyes, Jonathan A. Camoy Vega, Joel Rayon Paniagua, Jason Benjamin Josephat, Corey James Connell, Juan P. Rivera Velasquez, Luis Daniel Conde, Shane Evan Tomlinson, Juan Chavez Martinez, Gerald Arthur Wright, Leroy Valentin Fernandez, Tevin Eugene Crosby, Jean C. Nieves Rodriguez, Rodolfo Ayala Ayala, Brenda Lee Marquez McCool, Yamari Rodriguez Sullivan, Christopher Andrew Leononen, Angel L. Candelario Pedro, Frank Hernandez, Paul Terrell Henry, Antonio Devon Brown, Christopher Joseph Sanfeliz, Akira Monet Murray, Geraldo A. Ortiz Jimenez. Please, I'm asking you to take a few moments and learn about each one of them on CNN's memorial page that I linked in the description. Each link tells a story about who they were, what they loved, and why their lives mattered. They weren't just victims. They were sons, daughters, partners, friends, co-workers, performers, dreamers. Despite what DeSantis thinks, this isn't about politics. This is about people. It's about choosing not to forget. So I'm asking you to share their names, to speak their stories, and to push back against any attempt to erase this history. The Pulse Memorial should be a place of love and remembrance, not a battleground for political talking points. Because the only talking point that really mattered in this case to begin with was the injustice, was the hate, and was the extremely loose arms laws of this country. So look, I'm not going to make this moment about myself. If you know what I would normally ask of you when I close my videos, then you know. And if you don't, you can go check out my most recent video before this one if you really want to know how you can help me out. But today, I'm skipping all of that because it just doesn't feel right in this moment. Instead, I'm going to leave you with the words that I always do, and I really hope that you hear them and take them to heart. Be good to each other and to yourselves.